Good morning, lucid dreamers, on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It's a little rainy here in South Georgia. I have another speed duel deck list for you. So today we're going to be going over Royal Temple of the Kings Odeon skill. Royal Temple of the Kings is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Mystical Beast of Circuit cannot be destroyed by its own effect. Mystical Beast of Circuit says that if Royal Temple of the Kings is not on the field, you have to destroy it. But because it's a skill, it stays forever unless it's destroyed by battle or card effect. Once per turn, you can pay 500 life points, and any trap card that would special summon it, or that can special summon itself as a monster, you can activate it the turn you set it just by paying 500. So we're going to go ahead and get into the main deck. First, we're going to be running 3 Mystical Beasts of Circuit. We run a small Earth Engine in here. If you do not control Temple of the Kings, destroy this card. There's the effect I was talking about. Any monster that would be destroyed by battle with this card is banished, and if it destroys a monster by battle, it gains 500 attack. So this is your big boy. The entire point and strategy of this deck is to slow your opponent down to a crawl and slowly pick off their monsters and make it to where the game is just unmanageable for them. So the game state is so slow that you have complete advantage and there's no way for them to recover. So the next card we're going to run is Cataclysmic Crusted Calcifida. So I run this card in here because we run a trap. One of our traps can be a trigger for this. But also, if Mystical Beast of Circuit is destroyed, you can special summon this from your hand. If it's destroyed by battle or card effect. If a face-up Earth monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this from your hand. It does have a send from deck to graveyard effect, but we don't use that. Into the traps, we're going to get into our traps. Swamp Mirror, we run 3 Swamp Mirror. You can activate Swamp Mirror by declaring one card type and attribute, and it becomes that type. So again, it can be another trigger for Calcifida if it gets destroyed. And it's just a regular 1800 beater. So we also run a spell in here that goes good with our trap cards. So our next trap card is going to be Tiki Curse. We run 3 Tiki Curse. If a trap card that is a monster battles an opponent's monster, after damage calculation, you can destroy that opponent's monster. So you can use this if you have your Swamp Mirror or whatever on the field, and if you would take a monster, if you just want to let Swamp Mirror die, you trade a 1-for-1 basically. So our next trap card, this is our last trap card. We're going to play 2 Zoma. Pretty much everybody knows what Zoma does, but if you don't, a little bit about Zoma. Zoma is on the limited list right now. It has been for a very, 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 very long time because of its effect. So you can special summon Zoma as a effect monster, 1800 attack, 500 defense, in defense position. And if it would be destroyed by battle, either you attacking it or into something, or it being attacked, your opponent takes battle or effect damage equal to that monster's attack. That's all for our traps. We're going to get into our spells. So we're running 7 spells. Our first is Mage Power. This is also a little bit of techie with me. Zoma is as well. Zoma is one of my own techs. I'm sure other people are running it, but I just wanted to get a general idea for the deck. Also, if you just want to scroll cards and look at cards, look at Keebler's Speed Duel Library. Everything is very organized. You can look at all the different kinds of traps, all the different kinds of spells. You can search by keywords. If you're deck building, I use that website a lot for most of my deck building because it's right there. And what I'll do is I like to make a mental deck list first before I order all of my stuff. So it helps me to strategize and build the best strategy. And then if if I see a good card, I'll like take a screenshot of it or write it down or whatever. Then I'll keep scrolling and I'll go until I can't find anything better than that replacement or that part of the deck that I need to use that specific card for. So Mage Power, the equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense for each spell trap you control. So because all your trap monsters are considered traps, if it's like turn 2 for you, like if you go and then your opponent goes and then you go again, and you have a full back row and spell and monster zone, spell and trap zones and monster zones, like 3 spells and traps, and then 2 spells or 2 traps, and like a mystical beast of circuit, he's going to be really big, because you can go 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, and he's like a 5,000 beater at that point. He's going to beat over anything anyway. But as soon as he destroys something, he's going to be huge. And even if you lose him, you have Calcifida. So you run 2 of these. Next spell card we're going to get into is our Quick Play Enemy Controller. So what's so good about Enemy Controller is it is a quick play. It's good for going first or second. You can activate one of these effects. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Change that target's battle position. So if you have something they don't have a monster removal, like a spot removal, and they go into something that's too big for Calcifida or Mystical Beast of Circuit, you can just change it to defense position if they're about to destroy it. Or you can set one of your traps, activate it, tribute one of your traps, and then steal it from them, just to keep them from destroying it. So our last spell in the deck, our last set of cards in the deck is going to be 3 Night Beam. Just about everybody knows what Night Beam does. If you don't, you target a set spell or trap your opponent controls and destroy it, and your opponent can't activate the targeted card in response. So if you Night Beam something and then they can't activate that card, it just goes straight to the graveyard. Except for Waking the Dragon. Waking the Dragon resolves and activates in grave. All right, everybody. So no side deck today. I decided not to really worry about a side deck with this deck. The only deck I feel like this deck would really have trouble with is like Spellproof Armor with Genzo in it, or just a Genzo deck in general. Any deck that gets Genzo out really easy and really quickly. You could, some people are like, well, just use Acid Rain. I'm like, well, Spellproof Armor makes machines unaffected by spells, so you can't really do anything. This deck is a one-way ticket, one-way train. It's either going to work or it's not. There's not really any way you can strategize around this. Now, you could run stuff in your side. You could run stuff like Santa Claus or Mind Control, or if you wanted to side out your Zomas or something, you could put a couple Nightmare Wheels in here, whatever you want. But there's nothing really you're going to build in here. Like you can put some Warrior Eliminations for like Neos and stuff, or you could put Eradicating Aerosol in here for My Precious Queen, or Cocoon of Evolution, whatever. But it's which is probably what I'll end up doing eventually. But it's not really it's a 20 card or 21 card. I'm sorry. This is what you run. This is what you have. Most of the time, it's going to slow the game down so much unless your opponent has like the perfect hand and they're playing like an OTK deck turn 1, like Gaia. Excuse me, I had to yawn. Gaia would probably do pretty good against this deck. Iron Grit would do decent against it. Cyber Angels might do decent if you don't get to go first and you don't see Zoma. Things like that. But side decks, I'm just gonna say this to you guys: it's your preference. It's who you play with, what you play against the most. Build your own side decks. Don't build a side deck, that you see on YouTube all the time. Don't be so ready to do that. See what everybody's playing. If you're part of a Discord or a Facebook or whatever kind of group, chat, whatever, and people who are playing a lot, see what they're playing. Build your side deck around that. Or, you can interchange your side deck. Get a bunch of good side deck cards. Get a set of floodgates. Get a set of offerings to the doom. Get a set, different things, depending on if your group still cares about the ban list being relevant or not. But play for yourself. Don't play for other people. Don't rely so much on net decking that you can't come up with your own ideas. Because when you do come up with your own ideas for a deck and it works and you spend a lot of time on it and it's really good and you enjoy playing it and you're having fun, that makes you feel better than just making a deck list that someone else says is good. Myself included. Like I said earlier, I seen a deck list on this and I changed it. I play it the way I want to play it. You don't have to play how everybody else wants to play. You can play your own game, man. This is a game. It's supposed to be fun. That's the whole thing. Have fun. And enjoy spending time with your friends and your buddies. And build these decks. These decks are cheap. I built this deck for like $11, $12. I also had stuff laying around that I could have used. Like I had I think I had the night beams already. Pick up stuff. Yeah, these cards are cheap, man. You don't have to ice out your deck. You don't have to spend, $30 on an ultra rare or a secret rare or whatever. Play what you want. Play cheap. It's meant to be fun. So that's the deck list for today, Royal Temple of the Kings. Give me a like, give me a follow, and stay lucid, dreamers.